Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to work on the project soon. However, we first need to create something that works. We had some problems, and the problems were that I struggle with sliders, carousels, whatever you name it. And that's what we're gonna work on. So let's go to the screen. First we're gonna get some images, and we're gonna ask AI to explain that, and I'm going to reverse engineer how it works. So first we're gonna get 4 images. So this is an image. Here are some we are going to use in this project. Okay. What's my document? Okay. Alright. This one. I'm just gonna get some images. Right. This one. This one. Okay. Let me see. This one. Okay. This one. We're gonna create some, right? Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna slide this a bit down. I want to create a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript project, especially focusing on how to create a slider, aka carousel, something like that. Let me see. Carousel. Focusing. Are some images. Please please create it and explain every step in detail along the way why you are using certain steps. Okay. Okay. So it's a lot of yada yada at the first, right? Okay, so we're gonna start all the way on top. Okay, let's put a simple carousel slider using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Explain HTML talking like 5-year-old, make it super clear. Imagine you have a bunch of picture cards and you want to show them one by one. That's what a carousel does. It shows a picture one at a time. And you can click arrows to go to the next or previous pictures. Okay, so we're gonna create arrows, right? HTML is like a cardboard based on picture show. It tells you the browser what to put things on the page. Okay, so let's read. So we have the head and the body. And the body first creates a container. So let's do that. Let's go to Microsoft Whiteboard and actually do that. So I'm gonna create, okay, that's not working because we need enhanced ink shapes. Let's actually make it bigger. Okay. And actually get a different color. So let's start with red. No, purple. Okay. A bit bigger. Okay. So this is a container. This is the container. Okay. Actually, let's make that not white, but another color. Maybe, yeah, grayish. Okay. So this is the container. Let's actually close this one. And inside the container, that will be carousel slides. And this is where the images go in. Okay, so we're gonna create another one. This one is going to be cyan. And I'm gonna create this one as well. So this one seems to be the slider. This is the slider. Like, I don't know anything yet. I know the slider says visible, right? And this is where the images go. So we're gonna create this one. Alright. So these are images. Okay. These are images. Okay. And below that, below in the container, so in the container, okay. I don't think it's necessarily needed, but I'm gonna do this one, and these ones are buttons, right? I'm just gonna say buttons. It doesn't matter where they are placed because that's aside of the scope. Okay, so the buttons, but they are inside the container. So inside container. Okay. Okay, that is the structure. Okay. This is a structure box that holds everything. This is where the picture will live. This is our label, height arrow. Okay. Now let's those images you provided in correct slice or div. Okay. Yes. Text adds in the picture. Yes. CSS is like make the paint. Okay. Price or slide image. Okay, make sure the cursor is 600 pixels wide. Okay. Hide the images that are currently outside the container. Okay. Okay, so now we got a hint. Right? So let's build that. Let's do HTML, CSS, JJ, JavaScript, environment. Okay, is this free? Not sure. I'm just gonna paste everything in. What is this? Ad free. Okay. Great. Start with the boilerplate. No, I don't want to have any boilerplate. Run. Okay, great. Now let's put the images in. images in, and it has an alt. Okay. So let's do that. Oh, no, we did it wrong. We need to paste that here. Okay. Oh, here are the images. Great. Now we have to work on the CSS. Let me actually get a drink because it's gonna take a while. Hey, dat is niks, jongen. Dat is niks. Nee, niks. Nee, niks. Niks. Okay. Now then. What I'm going to do is put something on. This is this one. So we currently have this, right? This is how it looks. And the buttons are also inside. Right? And this is also in a container. So let's read more. Okay. So the container is going to have a width of 600. Overflow is going to be hidden. The margin is going to be to center the container on the page with some space above and below. Position this is relative for ease and positions of our button. Okay, this is purely for our buttons. Okay. So let's do that. Let's apply that. Okay. Yeah. So let's apply that. Okay. So now they're still going from top to bottom. There is some space with the margin, and the width is 600. But the images are not cropped yet, right? So that's okay. Okay. So the position relative is for the buttons. Okay. Where are the buttons actually? They're here. Okay. No worries. Let's continue. Carousel slide. Display flex. Arrange images side by side. Transition. Transform. Ease in and out. Create a smooth animation when switching images. Okay, so I don't know what switching images, what they mean by that. It's a little bit ambiguous. But that's okay. Let's paste it and see what happens. Okay. Carousel slide. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, so that did not create everything by side. Is that because of this one? No, that is correct. So what it does, it displays the whole image. And this one. There are no buttons yet, right? Okay. Now the image is going to be 600, but the width is also 600. Okay. The height is out. The height will automatically adjust. Oh, okay. 600 wide. The image should fill the container without getting squeezed. Yeah, okay. Remove the image margin. I didn't know images have margin, so I'm going to ask that on another AI. Does the im tag on default have margin? No. Okay. So that's a bit strange action. Okay, so that works. So my first question I'm gonna write down later is gonna say, why this one? Why for im? That's later, right? Alright. So now we have the image, and images are hidden in a row because we are using flex, and when you use flex, oh yeah, switching the image. Okay. Arrange image side by side. Okay, so this is on a row, but you cannot see it because the container is 600. Because if you made the container wider, probably another image comes to be visible. Alright, that is perfect. Okay, great. Previous button, next button. Position absolute, top 50%, translate 50%. Okay. So what is gonna happen? That is going to be in the middle. That's okay. In the middle of the image. Okay. Let's run. Okay, so it seems like there's only a button going right, but I don't see the left button at the moment. Maybe there's an extra edit, so let's continue. Yeah, here see. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So they first do the positioning, and then they... Okay, so first the markup, and then the positioning individually. Okay, that's really smart. Okay, now I know. Great. Yeah, so you have something to click. Awesome. Okay. Let me ask. Removes default image margin. This doesn't have an image margin. Okay. So this is like an engine show move. Okay, so const carousel slide. Okay, so carousel slide, button, button, and the images. So you select 4 things. Okay. Let counter be 0. Okay. Okay, so there's gonna be a count. Slide image width is images 0, client width. Okay, let me see. Images 0. Okay, so it starts with the first images. Dot client width. I'm not sure what client width he means. So that's maybe a question to ask, but let me check. Okay, so client width property in JS, what is it? Okay. Returns the width of the element content area plus padding. Exclude borders, margins, and scroll bars. Ah, okay, so it's to prevent scroll bars. Commonly uses the determine size of an element for layout or to apply responsive design. This property is useful for dynamically adjusting layouts based on the size of an element. Okay. Is there another way? Probably. Okay. Offset width. Outputs the width including padding and borders. Outputs the width of an element, which is get bounding client rectangle. Okay. And scroll width outputs the width including overflow content. Okay, so that's the entire image scrolls. Okay. So these are things that you should know, but I don't know. But now I do. Okay. So it returns the width of the image, of the first image. Okay, next button, add event lister. When I click on the next button, if the counter is bigger or equal to the image length, the last image, return. Okay, so it stops. Else, we're gonna counter plus plus. So that means that it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this could have been a for loop, so this is very unfortunate. Okay, carousel style, transform, translate. Okay, translate minus slide width times counter pixels, moves images to the left. Okay, so let's see what slide width is. Okay, okay, minus 600 pixels times the counter in pixels. Oh, okay, so minus 600 times counter. So it's first is 600. Then we're gonna go again because it's a function. Then we're gonna say if counter is still before the last length, return, and we're gonna say add 1, and then we're gonna child transform, and we're gonna say translate the slide width, and the slide width is then 600 times 2, which is 1200 pixels. Okay? And the other one is if counter is less than or equal to 0, stop. Counter is minus minus. Correct? The slide transform. Okay. This is how I understood it. So let's read. Okay, slide width. This gets the width of one image, so we know how much to move. Next button, advanced list. On click, which means do the following. This tells content go to the next picture. Moves the image to the left by one image width. Now we show the next image will be in view. Okay, great. Okay, let's do that. Where is it? Little playground. Okay, run. Okay, okay. Then there's only one question remaining, and that is there does not seem to be any margin by default on the image tag. Tag. Okay. So only one question. So let's see. You absolutely right to question that. It's a great option that has important nuance to how advanced image. Let's break down why I include the margin 0 for the image tag, even though it doesn't always appear for the default margin. The default margin confusion. No explicit default margin. Your correct insert and default margin is assigned by the browser structure. If you select the image in browser 2, you won't see a margin properly set. The inline element behavior. The default display of image tag is inline. This is crucial. Inline elements have some quirky spacing behaviors, can look like they have margin even though they don't. Okay, but then you still don't need to do it. The spacing you often see in the inline elements, including images, isn't actually margin, but it's due how the inline images are placed in the line box. The height of a line is determined by the line height property of the containing element. If no highlight is set on a containing element, then the browser defaults to the value of normal, and the image sits on the line of the text, which can introduce some vertical spacing if the image is smaller than the line height. The spaces on top and bottom of the inline element is meant to make sure that the letters on the inline has sufficient space. Okay. Consistent spacing, predictive behavior, debugging and best practice. Okay, so if that is true, what we should do then is remove the margin, and then things should change. So let's remove the margin. Let's run it. Okay, so nothing happens, and I think the reason why nothing happens is because of the line height. So you are saying that because image is an inline element in HTML, when text is involved with the image, it creates weird spacing. Would that not be solved by saying display the block, or remove the line height, or set the line height to 0? Let's see what it says. absolutely doing right. Setting display block or adjusting lighter are deemed alternative of the better ways. Yeah, I figured so. Um, why is that a better choice? Well, the reason why that is better is because you're playing with unnecessary margin that is not there. And display block will make it actually a block element instead of an inline. Now, AI is always hallucinating, so we're gonna verify what it's saying. So we're gonna go to the documentation and we're gonna go to the image tag, so image tag, and we're gonna see if it's an inline property. So let's see where I can find that. So let's see, inline. Okay, image has no business, so where images are used in an inline formatting context. Okay, so image is a replacement element. It has a display default of inline by default. Okay, so the AI wasn't lying. Alright, so but its default dimensions are defined by the embedded, yeah, the values, like it was an inline block. Okay, so inline block basically means it doesn't create weird spacing when there's an equal spacing. That is what it's saying. How to prove that? I will show you. So let's assume, right? We have a navigation. You have 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me actually create more consistent padding. Like, let's assume this is a navigation, right? This is navigation, but we want to add an image here. Well, if I create an image here and it's not inline block, it's gonna move either down, up, or create weird spacing depending on what CSS properties we have implemented. So there's two ways to solve this. We can say, hey, position relative, right? Position relative, and then we can say like top 2%, for example. That basically makes the element go in line with that one, depending on how much spacing the image is down or upwards. Or we could say just display block, right? And I think this one solves the issue because it is an inline element and you should create a block element. An inline block is only for specific cases like making a navigation or something like that. Alright, so let's continue. Now we have a carousel working, right? Basically, we have a carousel working. We created a container, so this is the overlay, right? We created a container, and inside the container we have sliders, and inside the slider we have images that could be with or without the spacing. So why is that? We create a container and we set here 600 pixels. But we also set the image 600 pixels. So that means that if we create a larger container, more images are visible. And I want to prove that to you. Right? So a part of the other image is visible. Or we could say this one, making it 800, which also solves the problem. Right? This is a very basic carousel, guys. So let's be honest here. So images could be off screen here. Now we added some CSS, right? We said like, hey, this is gonna be a container. Overflow hidden means hiding the images that are outside of the container. So this image, and this image outside of the container. Some margin for putting it in the middle of our screen. And display flex actually makes the images go in a row. Right, and transition ease in and out, that makes a smooth transition effect. Alright, let's go to the images. We set the image width to 600. The height is auto, so if this is 600, it's gonna adjust something. We don't know the height yet. Whatever fits according to the dimensions that the images are. Object fix cover makes it fill the container without having weird issues with being constrained or too wide. And margin 0, we talked about this. We could also have set display block, right? I'm going to keep it for this now. Then we said like, hey, the buttons, which are also in the container, we said that in a container we want them happen in the middle, and we want to have this button on the left, this button on right. Then we are making 4 elements. The first one is the next button. Let me see the previous button, the carousel slide. We're selecting the images, and then we start the counter, because the counter is going to keep count on where we currently are. So how does this work? If let's assume I click on the next button, so next button, right? If I click on it, I have an if statement, so condition. If the counter is bigger or equal than the last image, because that was image's length -1 means, return. So it means that I cannot go any further. That's what it means. You're gonna add 600 pixels because we said constant slide width is images dot client width. And this client width property is a property that says get the width of the element, and the first element, which is 0. So that is, we are getting the element width of this image, and we set it to slide width. Now then, we are adding a counter plus plus, which means there's one added. We have done it once, right? So we are basically here, but it did not move yet unless we say, hey, go 600 the other side in pixels. That's what we're doing. So the slide width, which is the 601 plus the counter times the counter in pixels, and it says move images to the left. Now I'm curious why it says minus, so I'm gonna ask. I think I have an idea. I think you can write it differently, but that is not what I'm gonna explain, and that is outside of the scope now. Why slide width? So that means, is it because it moves the width of that slide element to the left? Okay, so let's see what AI is saying. You got it exactly right. It's either moves left, and a navigator sign is crucial for that. Why? Okay. A positive value moves an images to the right, and a negative value moves images to the left. Okay, this is just coding. Basically, everything that is minus goes left. Everything that goes right is positive. It's a thing like in math, right? Like if everything go minus 1 and plus 1. Okay. Now, makes sense. Not my approach, to be honest. And then if I do like this, then I can do the same. If it goes counter minus minus, I could say plus plus probably, and I could say like that. Maybe it works. Let's see. No, that does not work. Yeah, okay. So let me see what it is. So if we go minus minus, we are saying, okay. No, I get it. I get it. Why this doesn't work. The reason why that doesn't work is because we are minus this, which makes it plus. But let me think about it for a second, just to make sure. If the counter is less or equal to 0, return stop as first image. Yes. So it cannot be minus 0. Counter minus minus. Okay, so it cannot go equal or lower than 0. And the counter is minus minus. Cross the slide transform goes, it can only go left until the boundary. Okay. What I'm doing wrong, I'm thinking that this is a value that is either minus or plus. No, this always is a plus and this always is a minus. So let's reverse that thinking. So, it always goes left. Let's actually, if counter is less or equal to first stops at first image. Okay, counter minus minus. Okay, so it is always higher than 0. And then we say translate x is actually the same. It says move images to the right, but how? Because there's a minus here. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'm just gonna ask. How can this move to the right? In previous button. Isn't slide minus slice width moving to the left? So I'm curious what it would say. Okay. You really hit an important point that can be confusing. You're absolutely right. When the slime waves move to the left. So how does previous button translate with a negative sign? Of course, well, let's break it down. The key is the changing counter. The magic isn't just in the cell, but how the counter variable is changing before it's used to calculate. That's how it works. Next button. Let me actually zoom in a bit. I'm a bit blind, guys, sorry. I cannot close this, or oh yeah, I can go to the side. Okay. Got it. Counter. First we decrement the counter. That means that if the counter was 1, it becomes 0. If it was 2, it becomes 1, so on. Using the decremented counter, because the counter has decreased with this. Wait, because the counter has decreased, the distance we move left also decreases, revealing the previous slide. White appears to move right. The key understanding is that you're not moving the slide to the right, you are moving the slider less to the left. And when it appears, it turns to moving to the right. Okay. Okay. Think of a counter as a marker on a ruler and a slide container of all the images next to it. Okay. Think of the counter as a marker on the ruler and the slide container of all the images sit next to the ruler with nil representing the various image. Okay. Okay. Is there a way to actually make it move to the right for the previous button? Okay, so let me see how they would write that. Okay. Aha! Okay. Amazing. So you would say slide with yeah. Okay. This makes total sense. Let's see if it works though. Okay, so we're gonna say not here. We're gonna say the counter. Right, and we're gonna run. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. I like this solution better. Okay. Okay. Seems great. Let's continue. I want to add a stop and play button. Okay. Great. So let's see here. Okay, so let's add again in a container. So in a container, we're gonna add, and these are stop, play, inside container. Okay. Great. So let's add that. Great. And let's check the styling. Okay. The styling is play button, absolute, pointer, padding, button, set index. Okay, so it's on top of something, and this one is left on the top, and this is somewhere in the middle. Okay. But we already have play button. We already have previous button on that position, so let's see how that looks. Run. Ah, okay. See. Okay, we have a stop and play button. Great. Now then, let's see. Implement the logic. Let's add the JavaScript logic to make a play, a stop buttons work. Okay, cross the slide. Okay, so we're gonna add this to our element, right? We need to select them. So let's do that. Okay, let's add that stop and play button. Okay, store the internal ID. Okay, so we're gonna add something else. Let internal ID. So we purposely not going to assign a value because then it's going to be 0. Okay, next button, click, translate. Okay, proficient footer. Okay. Proficient footer, counter. on click, next button, if images length 0 plus plus, start with counter. Okay, previous click if counter. Yeah, return, else counter. Okay, so it sets a conditional here. But okay, if counter is the last image, let me see if I did something else. Okay, if counter is before the last images, the counter is 0. Reset to start. Okay, and then translate to 0 pixels. Okay, else counter plus plus. Okay, so let it run. Current start transform, translate counter, move to the next image. Okay, but that is inside of what? Okay, so 1 closes, 1 closes. Okay, makes total sense. So now what it's gonna do, it's just gonna play. And when it's the last image, it resets to start. But I think a problem, if it hits it there, does it instantly go to the other one, or does it have some seconds? So to play around with. So let's add that. Function auto slides. Run. Click. Okay, nothing happens. The reason why nothing happens because nothing is applied yet. No worries. Play at event listener. If interval ID stops previous intervals, stops previous intervals. So if it's nothing, clear interval, interval ID. Interval ID, set interval, auto slide. Okay, so move one time. Oh, okay, it stores a value. Okay, so it says auto slide, move after 3 seconds. Okay, so this is the play button implementation. Not sure why it would do this way though. So let's let it play. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it goes all the way back. Okay, so I let it play now forever. So I'm not a huge fan of this because it goes all the way back to the 0, 1 by resetting the pixel width. Okay. If interval ID, stop previous intervals. Stop the outer slide. So if I click on the play button again, it stops. No, it doesn't. Then why is clearing the ID? Oh, if interval ID. Okay. Not sure why. We're gonna ask that soon. Great. Run. play. Stop. Okay, so I have some questions about the interval ID, but let's see what it says it. Stores the ID of the interval created by a set interval. Will store ID of the interval created by set interval. Okay, so they're like twins. So set and clear interval are like twins. As in function, they are in a function pair. Yeah, that's what. Continue. Okay, great. So how to implement the loop? Okay. Okay, so loop is different. Okay, it's a false situation. Okay, so let's check out the loop, and then we're gonna take a break. Next button, add event listener. On click. So click, we say counter is counter +1. So what happens is it has the current value and it adds ones to this. But I think you cannot, the reason why you write counter is counter +1 is because you cannot module counter ++. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, I do not know. The post increment count plus is evaluated first, meaning the original value of the counter is used in the modular operation before the counter is implemented. Okay, the correct way. Okay. Counter +1 adds 1 to the value of the current counter. Then it calculates. Okay. So if we do ++, it calculates before. Okay. Yeah, pre. Okay. yeah, I don't need to know this yet. Okay, counter. Okay, so okay, this is just basic JavaScript. Or basic coding actually. Oh, I haven't done this for a while, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Last time when I touched that. Okay. So let's continue. So counter plus 1 divided by the image length is looping around. Okay? So whatever this value is going to be, right? The current value plus the value what it's going to be, that one is going to be divided. So if this is 2, that means 0. Yeah. If it's 4, it means 0. Okay, so that's go to the other counter. Counter minus 1, so it decreases. Plus images length. Divided by the image length. Okay. Great. Let's read. Increment content. Okay. Oh, the image is length, right? Okay, the image is length. So you're dividing by specific value. Ah, I see. So if this is 2, and this is 2, there's gonna be 0. Okay, yeah. Else it's gonna be 1. The remainder will always be a valid index between 0 and the last item. Effectively making a counter wrap around it when it reaches for the end. For example, if we have 6 images and our counter is currently 5, the counter plus 1 becomes 6 and 6 and 6 is 0. And then the new counter is 0. Okay. But if our counter is 4 and currently becomes 5, then it would then the remainder would be a 0. Yeah. Okay. It should have a deep dive. Okay, current counter is 0. Okay, yeah. Let's assume we are at counter 3 and I want to go back 1. 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay. So that means let's assume the counter is 1. But once it becomes 0, and 0 plus 6 is 6, and then 6 times 6 is 0. Okay, yeah, okay, I get the gist. Okay. So then we need to copy this. I think this should always be. I think this is the best way to do it. So you won't have issues when you're coding above that. So now I'm just saying counter 0, counter plus plus, okay? Yeah. Okay. So stop button, this button, next button, run. Let's play. Let's see what it does on the last image. Okay, it goes back. Okay. Okay. So if I do like this one. Okay. I understand. The thing is, when the last image has been present, it scrolls back to the first image. This is a behavior I don't like. I just want to, if the last image hits, then after the auto play has run out, it should also slide right to the first image again. How would this work? Okay. Yeah. So you're adding it on the image. Let me see if something changes here. Okay, the play buttons didn't change. These ones also didn't change. So the other slide changes. If counter is a less image, set the counter to 0. Set timeout. Set timeout. Translate to 500. Count is count plus 1 image length. Okay, so it starts again. Else, just continue. Okay. So let's see what we have now. We say auto slide just go on forever. Okay, so we're setting a limit going to 0. So let's see if that works. Okay, that doesn't seem to okay, that is unexpected behavior. Not exactly the behavior I wanted. I want to, when it enters the last image, it should add the whole stack again as a next image. Sort of a loop. Always playing to the right. Okay. I'm curious. So it says that if it hits the last one, is it an extra code? No, there's no extra code. Okay. Okay. So let's move on the slide. Let's see. No, not the expected behavior. Nope. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Assume this is the image array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the array is 5, it should add the other images on the stack again. 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be the desired effect. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, let's see how it does it. Go. Okay, it just says endlessly. Interesting. Next, prefaces button, auto slide. It just adds it forever. I don't think that's the solution though, but let's see. So, okay, play. Okay. So it's not an issue here. Stop. Interesting. So there's unexpected behavior here. Okay, so this is incorrect because the next button and previous button should not have the bound to go back like that. Right? Like you need to. Okay, so it. See, did they change something here? No, they didn't. Okay. So that's the play button and the stop button. It seems the exact same. Yeah, okay. What did it change? Okay, yeah, it will continue to go to endlessly. Okay, let's see if it did that. So it doesn't have the boundaries, right? It's the exact same. Okay, it changed something. What did it change? Nothing. Okay. No. Please think about this. Because when, let me see the unexpected behavior going to the right as well. No. Think about it, because it will skip all the images going either back to image 6 or image 1, depending on which boundary I hit. But it should reset the stack rather than going over image 1, 2, 3, 4 to go to the desired result. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't think this will fix it from just reading it really fast. Or maybe it will. No. No, this is broken. When auto play reaches the 6th image, when the timer is hit, it should go back to image dot 0 0, but going to the right, not going to the left and skipping over image 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. This is a bit of a longer code. Okay, I am confident about this. Nah. Okay, infinitely loop slider. Let me see how they do it. Oh, and this just creates. Yeah, but this is. Okay. 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 What is this sample slider? So this is the container then? Let's go to I see. I think we are going nowhere. I will give you an example with Swiper, but I I want it for pure JS. Oh my god. Okay. It's very difficult at the moment because I'm getting lost. So it starts at 0 here. So 0 doesn't exist. Start with the first real image. Clone nodes. Set up clones. Last image. Okay, so it's basically saying like when it reaches the end, then it should do that. Set up clones. Okay, so it immediately runs the function. Update the images to okay. Yeah, always move to the left depending on what, or in this case we don't know the counter, which is 1. Like 1, there's no counter. Oh yeah, the counter is 1, the slide image is 1, maybe. This is going to be very interesting. Okay. I think this is too advanced for me right now. I think there's simpler solutions, but who knows? As long as it works for now. Run. Okay, that works, but the counter should definitely be 0. Oh, the counter is 0 here. Okay. Okay, so there's like an okay, so I can say if counter translate let's do that. counter is 1. Okay, so it cannot. Yeah. I see. Almost. It seems like when the first image is introduced, first real image is introduced, it already shows sliding. This should not happen. Is introduced for the first time. This should not happen. So how did it change that? Removes transition for. Okay. None. It's very interesting. This is not my solution, but this is like AI solution. Okay, rerun. So let's play. Interesting. That solves the issue. There must be a better solution for this. Perfect. It works like a charm. Now refactor the code such that it is easy to read. Yeah, there's. Okay. Wait. I saw something unexpected. Now you see how hard sliders actually are, right? Like look at this code. This is why we use swiper. This is why we use swiper. Okay. Now let's actually look at our own code that we have written. Right, let's go to Svelte Aura and we're just gonna read. Not necessarily like, maybe we're gonna make some changes, but we're just gonna read. So let's go to copy and run dev. So this works, right? But we have a slight issue here, right? First of all, what is actually visible? So that's what we should work on first. So let's go into popular, and we're gonna go to the one that holds the container. So let's see which one it actually is. Okay, so I don't see it currently. It's probably mapping over something. Yeah, each property is properties. Max width 365. Okay, and the images has a width of 4. So if I do 365 pixels, it's gonna display one image probably. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's. Oh, am I on the right one? Yes, I am. So let's also do this one. Also, let's do a width of 365 pixels. Let's go to localhost. That's unexpected behavior. Because we just learned that that should not be an issue. Top listing. What is this top listing stuff? I don't see it. Am I editing? Oh, I'm editing the wrong thing. Sorry guys. Let's just do that, and let's go to the next section. It is hero, banner, popular. Okay, cities. It is cities. Sorry about that. What project is this, teacher? Real estate project, thanks. Yeah. So what we're doing, we are in Svelte, and we just went deep into the cursor slider, and we're gonna adjust it such that, I'm gonna show you. If my Figma loads. We're gonna adjust it such that whole design, it's gonna look something like this. It has 4 images and 3.5 left. That's the first thing we're gonna do. And for the mobile, we're gonna try and do the same. So let's see what happens. Okay? So we're gonna go into cities, and we're gonna read first. Let me see what I wrote. 21% minus current index 100 visible slide in percentages. Okay, I get that. 7x. Okay, how much is this? It's 1280 pixels. So let's assume I do this. Let's see what happens. Okay, that significantly decreases the size, right? So we can do that for the mobile already. Okay, so let's go to the mobile version, doing a split screen. We're gonna check, and here we see there is an issue with the border. That's fine though, but it's a bit smaller than that. Or it actually looks decent already. I don't think we have any issue here. Yeah, it says max 1280. Let's look at the Figma again. Yeah, the only image is that I said like, hey, make borders around this. So let's see where it is. That rounded. This is the one. This should not be rounded. Yeah, so that we have the rounding issue gone, and we should make the images more rounding. So let's see, rounded, and we're gonna make this XL. So it's more rounded like that. Okay, so the mobile is fixed already. Like we can say skip more, but it works fine. We will add draggers later. We're not gonna do that right now. Thanks for the hard working. I'll go see this project from start. I really like for the support. Thank you, teacher. Lord Hakim, thank you for watching. Okay. Let me see. So we have an issue on the mobile, on the desktop. So let's see what the issue is. First of all, it's centered, and 4.5 image should be available. So let's see how big this container actually is. So it is below, it's 1161. So I'm gonna do 1100. So max width is gonna be 1100 pixels. And that should fix this issue. Yeah. Wait, it doesn't, because there's not enough images like that. Or no, I created too much space in here for the images that are not actually here. Okay, I'm not sure yet where this comes from, so I'm gonna inspect. Okay, so let's inspect. Let's see what this is. Where does that come from? Okay, okay, that comes from here. So the second class. Why? Okay, it adds something, I do not know why. So the overflow is hidden. Let's continue. Let's continue to the okay. Okay, so let's go deeper then. Okay. Okay. So I have an unexpected behavior from this SW something. Relative. MX auto. Okay, so we have unexpected behavior. Where does it come from? It might come from this, right? You see, did it disappear? No. Okay. Okay, that seems to... No, it's still here. I have no idea what that is. So we have unexpected behavior, but it doesn't appear on mobile. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So I see. Let's refresh this. Yeah. So that definitely needs to be bigger. So if I create 1400, what does that mean? doesn't mean anything. Oh, that sucks. Clearly shows that something is very wrong about this project. Okay. Let's read. Translate x with the current index times 100. I'm not sure what the times 100 does here. Minus the visible slides. Okay, so let's see what we did here. Okay, I'm gonna read. Okay, so if the okay. Yeah, okay, let's read. Visible slides is 3.5. Well, that is not true at all. That is not true at all. Okay, so we have an issue here. I'm thinking I'm gonna let the AI solve this. Because yeah, visible slides. Okay, so I don't know what that means on mobile end. But let's check anyways. Wow. Okay, that creates a huge issue. So the higher this is, the lower. I know what's going on. What it should do, I should say that is let visible slides be 1. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. And the lower it gets, the higher the speed. Bro. Okay. If current index is less than slide length, minus visible slides. Oh, okay. So that's why it gets higher. So it's 1/2, and here it should be 3.5, but it's not true because here you see 4.5. This means that I should make this container smaller. So for medium devices, I want to have a width of 7, max width of 760 pixels. So that is 3.5. But it's a bit too slow. So let's do 2.5. Just see. Yeah, okay, that creates already the issue because it's not calculating right. I'm just giving steps, which should not be. Okay. On mount. Yeah. Okay. 2.0. I can do 4. Okay, here we have an issue. I should say max width probably. Let's see what it does. No, it doesn't create anything. Yeah, I'm lost. Okay. So now we can can use AI. In this project, you have an issue with the slider with what contains the images. It should not extend the width of all images and their border, padding, and or margin. And I'm gonna fix this. Let's see. What does it say? Yeah, this is what should. Yeah, constraints, and this is where problems when you do this dynamically, right? Okay. Sure. Let's see. No, that's still an issue, especially on desktop. Okay, it's hallucinating, so resume. So you can see there's many ways to make a slider. This is why you don't want to play around too much, right? You wouldn't just use a library. Like, you have to know how the basics work, but for the advanced, you should let the library fix that, because you will enter into certain issues. So I'm letting the AI run for a bit. Maybe I'm gonna be more specific like one time, and then I will let it sit and be. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I want to update the slider in the city svelte. For the container, I want this to be the full width of the images in the array plus the border, padding, and or margin that they have. For the container, I want it to be the full width container without but their should be an overflow hidden. For the buttons, previous and next, when the max width of the image container of the full width of the images margin has been hit either side, it should not move any more than that. For the desktop, I want 1/2 image already to be visible. For the desktop, I want 3.5 images to be visible. This is a very specific, not specific enough probably for the AI, but let's see what it comes up with. Takes a long time because probably there are some issues again. Damn it. Status. DeepSeek. Another day. Another outage. You're getting DDoSed, that's why it's an issue. Unresolved incident, yeah. Okay. Let's hope it will work eventually. I'm gonna end it right there. Error. Okay, another error. Not good. Doesn't look good. Yep. Not good. Let's try it again. Good. that, bro. I can go to the chat itself, but it should just work, to be honest. Great, great. I don't like how it's doing partial CSS, or how should I say it, partial, um, partial tailwind, partial, let's see if it works. Okay, that creates still an issue. Right. Nope. Yep. Fully unexpected spacing. This is because of a function, or it's just the calculations, bro. It's giving me a headache. It's gonna ask what this does. What is box water? Exciting. Okay. So we can ask the dumb AI for this. What does this do? Full width of the parent element. Okay. So it does dynamically do that. What is the issue then? Yeah. So for the MOBA, I just want to do it a bit bigger. It's the steps that is the issue, to be honest. And for this one, I actually want to have 1.5. So kind of the opposite, or even bigger than that. Okay, so I'm gonna have like 4.5. But then I should adjust the container to not be like full. Okay. Outflow hidden full. 3. Okay. Let me do 700 pixels. I'm just doing something. setting. Okay. So that's how I want it, right? So. Oh, or it doesn't. Let me see. Oh no, it's totally fine to do like 800 or something. That's not a big issue because it's 3, and then we have 1100. That's 4. Okay, and what? Oh wait, the images changes. Do not. They do. Okay, yeah, this is how I want it. Flex. Yeah. Justify. Center. Image. Center. Oh no, I should not do that. I actually should not do that with the container. So do flex, justify center, and item center. I think I should do that. How can I? What the hell, bro? Oh, it should be this one even. Okay. So okay. Yeah. No, that is not true because then we have a button issue. Yeah, we should. No. This will create issues. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, now we have a step issue. Else 3.5. Okay, better. Now again, it's not centered, so we're gonna do justify center, flex, flex, justify center. I mean, that should center. Yeah, that is centered, kinda. Okay. No, that's center. Okay. Why are you not centering? What is going on, guys? Come on now. With full. It's confusing me, bro. It's confusing me. How can this not be full? How can this not be justify center, item center, and it's still not centered? How can this be? full. Let's remove that. What a headache. Better. It's the container that needs to be in the middle, which it is. The container is in the middle. What creates the issue? This is not in the middle, guys. Interesting. Oh, it kinda is. Yeah, it kinda is. Because this calculates the, yeah, no, it is. Okay. Visible slides. Let that be 4. And visible slides. Let that be 1.5. Okay. I did that. Then when it comes to this one, this is actually calculate a width, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1200. That's 2000. And again, we have an issue with the flex. Okay, a little bit. Okay. 1150. No, 1125. 1110. So that's not centered at all. Oh, now it is. Yeah. This behavior is fucked. Okay. Okay, that works. Okay, so remove the 1200. I don't know what that is, but what was that? Max width 1200. Okay, so remove that. Okay, that's fixed. Now then, let's go to split screen and let's check the mobile one. Okay. Okay, so we have this issue. Okay, so for the mobiles one and the medium, the width should be full then. Let's see, is that fixes the issue, so let's close the mobile one. No, that creates issues really. So if I don't apply a width to be 0, yeah, the width will be 0, it's gonna disappear. Yeah. I want a width to be, I don't know, 1500 pixels or something. Okay, and what if I do like 2000? Just wanna test the boundaries, right? Okay, that does not fix anything. file should skip more than that. It should actually skip 1.5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, that looks necessarily 1.5. How about 2? Okay, 2 is too little. 1.75. 1.5. Okay, that's not it. 1.85. Okay. 1.65. Okay, that works. Now let's see on the tablet version. So let's do this, something like this. Okay, that creates an overflow. Fucking hell. Why doesn't it create an overflow here? That's so strange. Damn it. Okay, so we see that the issue here is how it's built. When it combines with Tailwind, I get lost, and there's 3 layers of diffs, which should not be the case. So we need to rewrite this. Okay. Great. Let's think about it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask Chat DeepSeek this code. It's hard to read for me. I am combining Tailwind with Tailwind with calculations with self code for a carousel. Rewrite it like this. Div slider container. Div let me see, just in case. Div slider. Okay, yeah. Div slider images. Buttons. Close div slider. Close slider container. For desktop, I want the container with I want the slider width to be centered on the page, and I want to have the width visible of 3.5 images already. For mobile, item, but 1.5 images already. when I click on the next or previous button, it should stop when I hit the maximum, hit the width of the div slider. The div slider width is the total width of all the images plus that's not necessarily true. Yeah, okay. This slider is the total width of all the images plus their borders, heading, or margin if it is applied. Okay, so I will let it. Fuck. I'm not happy about that. Let's see. Okay. There is some white space present after the last image. Yeah, because this is the issue. I hate when it does it in line. Like this is the issue. And this one. I should fuck off. It's almost though. I'm not disappointed for that one. So let's see. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are there 5 images or are there 6 images? Because then I've been wasting my time. 2014. No, there are 5 images. Okay, I think it's because of the button. I think the issue is the buttons when it skips a certain step. Remove the buttons and make the slider draggable. Is that? But I'm curious if it still adds like here they changing it, right? Okay. Slider container, slider images. Okay, it's doing it right now. Wait, what is it doing here? why it's creating all these diffs. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. That creates a huge issue with a lot of white spaces. It seems that the images in tag is wrapped around two div classes. I see this as unnecessary, because we already have a div slider that holds the images. Yeah, it's just, I needs to go because it's a huge headache. Okay. I'm curious. Okay. The div slider width is the width of all images. Is the max width of all its items. Let's see. I really want to fix this. Probably not now, but for the next time, for the next project, we're gonna use slider swiper.js because we are unnecessarily giving headache to ourselves, and that is why the portfolio that I have also created an issue for nothing. Okay, what's going on? Script. What is this script stuff? Okay. 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 Why? So that is a lot of it. Okay. Okay. Okay, you are using width calculations with tailwind. I don't want that. I want JS to calculate that, because the tailwind is just giving me a severe headache. Again with the diff. Again with the width calculations. Absolute bullshit. It better do something. Decent. Okay, not bad. It seems to stick on my cursor when I don't want that. I want it to be draggable. Yeah, that was a bit stupid, right? Okay, my drink is gone, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end the stream soon. I'm gonna eat. Go. God damn it. Look at that bullshit. Library next time. Absolutely insane. I might do it even here for this project. Let me for this one. Damn it. Okay. Let me see what's going on, because this is annoying me. Move vertically bar, select an elements on the page. No. And is going on? I want this bar to be on the top. Okay. Responsive. Where is my responsive, guys? What is going on? sources, applications, season overview. Okay. Okay, welcome. So that just disappeared out of thin air or something. What is going on? Never again. Okay. Okay. Sure. Inspector. Pick an element from the page. Application panel. Console debugger. So it also disappeared here. Where is it? Oh, here. Okay, I want to see. Okay, that is come on, copy, because getting annoyed. Look. Damn it. Missing SVELTE specifier. Cannot find module, swipe a SVELTE or its corresponds to declarations. No idea what that means. I've never used swipe it before. I don't even have TypeScript. What do you mean by types? Okay. Very interesting. We'll see. Also, I'm gonna watch tomorrow because please don't give me errors. Okay. What the hell is this? And where is my slider? Grab my slide is working perfectly. But we have an issue here. Okay. So first of all, what the hell is that? Okay. Let's get here. Okay. It almost created the desired effect though. Yeah. Remove the buttons next and previous. Remove the overflow scroll bar. There's an extra layer though. Okay. I'm not too pagination dots. I haven't even seen that. Where is it then? Oh yeah, it's here. Lol. Okay, let's look at the mobile one, mobile version. Alright, let's go to okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but almost. We're also gonna do that for the other one. Right? Or the block probably, but alright, I want to have a margin on the carousel, so let's do that. MX auto. How about MX 20 pixels? See how that looks. Doesn't do shit. Doesn't even create a dent. Okay, because I should probably do that here. Okay, right. Doesn't create a dent. So it does create something. You see? Okay. Let me see. So I'm gonna go into this one, sniper wrapper. So can I add another one? I'm gonna margin left. Do 50 pixels. Okay, that works. 10 pixels. I'm going to do 0 pixels, 2 pixels. That's so weird. 2 pixels. And there's a little bit of a background. So that was on a on what? What's that? I was on a swiper wrapper, so MX of padding is that? EX. I'm just doing something. Okay. Maybe on the slide. No. Yeah, this is for each. I don't want that. Let me see. Okay, yeah, okay. I understand what's going on. So if I want to add this, that's okay, right? But then I have to count them up. So it's gonna be 24, that's gonna be 1304. Then does that? No, that doesn't do that. We have to figure that out later then. Okay. Because it works here. Let me go to the last item. Okay. Yeah, the container is not that. This is something. I'm cooking, right? How? Yeah, one of the way to solve this is actually going to the last image, right? I don't know how to do that. Let me think. Okay. In the wrapper, I want the container wrapper. I want the wrapper to have 12 pixels on the left at the first image and 12 pixels to the right for the last image. And yes, remove fragmentation. Okay. This is the last thing that I'm doing now. We learned a lot, right, about the slider, so but I am most definitely using swiper.js for every other project. Okay, it should have used Tailwind for this, but it's a solution, right? So I'm not too angry. But that should, yeah, okay, sure. Okay. Okay, I am not dissatisfied for this. So let's look at the container and just slider. Here's a slider. And it seems that the top listing is also a slider. And the testimonials. Oh, this guy loves sliders, bro. Like 4 sliders. Headache. Completely unnecessary. I should have checked if the site was a system, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna round it off here. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 600 today with 7 years, and I will see you on